ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jill Katavis, and it is a pleasure to welcome all of you here to Modena High School as we celebrate the groundbreaking for our new state-of-the-art science center. So we're very excited. It's an honor and privilege to serve as principal of this school and to have the opportunity to lead such an amazing group of high-achieving students, teachers, and faculty, to work with an equally amazing and dedicated groups of parents and boosters, and to be part of a school district and a community that is so committed to our students' personal and academic growth and success. So congratulations for everyone for being here. Today is one of those days for which I am particularly grateful to be a member of the Vanguard family and to know that we have such a deep and widespread support throughout the OUSD community. These kids are nothing short of amazing, and it's truly my honor, guys. Thank you. Before we continue, I would like to invite Ms. Cassandra Bravo and Peyton Smith up to the podium. Peyton, go ahead and wave your hand. Peyton is our freshman class president. She will be leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance. And Cassandra Bravo here is going to be singing the national anthem. So we will start with Cassandra, followed by the pledge. So if you could all please rise for the singing of the national anthem and the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the balls bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. That was really good. Place your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Be seated, please. Thank you.
Boy, do we know how to make them here in Vanguard Nation. Awesome job, Cassandra and Peyton. Thank you. At this time, I would like to acknowledge the local elected officials and other community leaders who have joined us for today's ceremony. First, I would like to acknowledge the members of Orange Unified School District Board of Education, who are here behind me. So you can just stand and wave if you'd like. President Dr. Alexia Deligiani Bridges. Vice President, Ms. Kathy Moffitt. Clerk, Ms. Andrea Yamasaki. Trustee, Chris Erickson. Trustee Rick Ledesma. And I do want to acknowledge Trustee John Ortega, who's not here, but he's here in spirit. So we want to just really thank our board of directors for all of their support. Oh my gosh, you weren't on my list. I am so sorry. Miss Brenda Lebsack, trustee, thank you. I got everybody. Okay. Representing the city of Orange, Mayor Pro Tem and proud Villa Park graduate, but OUSD graduate, Mayor Mike Alvarez. Is he here? Well, I have that too. These are just the people on my list. So these are some people that were supposed to be here, so I'm acknowledging them in case they didn't check in, but if they're not here. Councilmember Chip Monaco, if he's here. Thank you, Mr. Monaco. And behind me on stage, Mayor Mark Murphy. Thank you so much for being here. Is there anybody here representing the city of Villa Park? Wasn't sure if anybody was here. Okay. I also want to acknowledge the people representing the Measure S Citizens Advisory Committee. Bill Campbell. Thank you. Carolyn Cavecci. Is she here? Chair Diana Fasinelli. Vice Chair Trevor O'Neill. Jennifer Sugar. Maroon Al-Shah. William Utter. I would also like to recognize Trevor O'Neill, who is also the Anaheim City Council rep. We are also pleased to have in attendance, hopefully, the Honorable John Morlock, State Senator, 37th District, or someone from his office. Let's clap. Representing Orange County Supervisor, 3rd District, Don Wagner, is Mr. Scott Voigt. The Honorable Dr. Stephen Choi, State Assemblyman, 68th District. Ms. Karen Cohn, Field Representative for U.S. Representative Katie Porter. And Ms. Rachel Rolnicki, Field Representative for U.S. Representative Luke Correa. Is Rachel here? All right, so I just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge that even though this is a public high school, we are public officials, this is a very public event, this event is actually quite personal for all of us. We are in the business of educating our kids and people, and so we are not here to commemorate a building, but we are here to honor all of the young men and women who are going to walk through the doors of that building and learn and grow and strive and achieve. And this is about them. They matter. This day is for you guys. I'm proud to be your principal, but this is for the Vanguards, current and future. As a person who works on a school campus, I am so fortunate to interact with the students every day. I get to see you guys laugh, tell jokes, be goofy, and I'm speaking for all of our teachers. We get to see you help each other and learn, and you truly do inspire me every day. However, it is important to know that there are key people who work at our district office who do not get that gift, but they are here in spirit every single day and support all of the work that we do, and they are just second to none. And I just wanted to represent our district administrators, Superintendent Dr. Gumri Hansen, Assistant Superintendent of Business Services, David Rivera. Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources, Ernie Gonzalez. Assistant Superintendent of Educational Services, Reggie Tompkins. Executive Director of Facilities, Mr. Scott Harvey. I also saw our Executive Director of Curriculum Instruction, Kathleen Corella. And our Executive Director of Informational Services and a lot of other titles, Ms. Christina Lynn. I also want to acknowledge that I believe I saw two also key personnel that have since retired, but I believe I saw Ann Truex in the building. Is Ann Truex here? I thought I saw her walking up. I knew I saw you. You weren't going to escape me. And Mr. Mike Christensen, former superintendent of Orange Unified School District. Is there anyone else I have forgotten before I move forward? Please stand and be recognized. Who did I miss? Oh, I did not see you sneak in. I'd like to also recognize Elena Rodriguez. She is Executive Director of Special Programs, Title I, everything, accountability and assessment. We got it. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry I missed you. Anybody else? Okay. As many of you know, the construction of our new Science Center is going to be the cornerstone of the facility improvements at Modena High School that are being funded by Measure S, School Facilities Construction and Modernization Bond that was approved by OUSD voters in 2016. Thanks to our school board and to hundreds of parents, teachers, and community members who volunteered their time and campaigned to support Measure S, we were able to earn voter support for investing $288 million to modernize OUSD's 4 comprehensive high schools. Talk about it takes a village. In addition to the Measure S projects, our trustees have also dedicated additional resources to this campus for athletic facilities that benefit Modena High School, the entire district, and the wider community. I want to say that as our students, we as adults for our students, we want to be role models. And it's not always about how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you stand up, which really measures your success. And obviously we had bonds that didn't make it in the past, but I really want to take this time to recognize somebody who got up one more time and was a critical figure in getting this bond passed. So at this time, I would like to introduce Trustee Chris Erickson of the Orange Unified School Board of Education. She represents Area 5, which is Modena High School, and her leadership was critically important in getting this bond passed, and we just owe her a debt of gratitude. So thank you, Trustee.
Thank you. Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here with you as we commemorate the start of construction on the Modena High School Science Center. It's been a long time coming, hasn't it? This project is the third to be funded under OUSD's $288 million Measure S Facilities Construction and Building Modernization Bond, which will benefit our 4 comprehensive high schools and our thousands of students that will matriculate through these schools. Modena High School opened in 1966, and like our other 3 high schools, is long overdue for major renovations and modernization. We've gotten a lot of mileage out of these school facilities over the past half century. Both my husband and I graduated roughly 35 years ago from Modena, and our 2 daughters are also recent Modena graduates. And not a lot has changed since we've all been on campus, but that is about to change. So now it's time to give these facilities the care and attention they need so they can continue serving our students over the next half century and beyond. Starting with the construction of the new science building, which will house state-of-the-art classrooms and labs, as well as facilities for our most vulnerable special needs students, Modena High School will undergo a major transformation in the coming years that will ensure our students have 21st century learning facilities and resources that will equip them for successful futures. Measure S is a major investment in our high schools, our students, our community, and of course it's very personal to me. I want to assure everyone that OUSD is committed to be a responsible steward of the precious taxpayer dollars that are making these improvements possible. Getting such an ambitious school facilities improvement bond on the ballot and passed was a major undertaking. It began with 4 of us in then Superintendent Mike Christensen's office, basically complaining about the facilities. Mr. Christensen looked at us, Andrea Yamasaki, Joe Greenwald, and Aaron Jacoby, and asked if we were really prepared for the work it would take to do this. He educated us on how facilities improvements are funded, and he laid out what we would have to do to even have a chance of getting the bond on the ballot and passed with a supermajority of the voters. I want to acknowledge Mr. Christensen right now, who's with us today. Truly, without his vision, his wisdom, and his passion, none of this would have ever gotten off the ground. So thank you, Mike. This grassroots effort started literally around my kitchen table. We met around my kitchen table for probably more than a year discussing how we were going to go about this, and we formed CARE, which is Community Advancement Through Renovation and Education, which grew into a huge grassroots community effort. I want to acknowledge those that were there from the very beginning and did major heavy lifting in this effort. Cindy Olivier, our treasurer. She was not only our treasurer, but really the third co-chair with Joe and I in this effort. She did so much and continues to do so much for CARE. Lynn Marie Frediani. And along with them, Darshan Smaladin, Nicole Jones, Michelle Weisenberg, JJ and Stacy Mice, Eric and Mary Kulai, my mom, Sunny Erickson, Janet Coretti, and Amy Case, and Nora and Sean Griffin. So there's so many more people, but thank you to all of you who were there from the very, very beginning. And Trevor O'Neill, too. Thank you. You were there from the beginning. But special thanks must go out to Christina Kindler, who despite having 4 little kids at home, stepped up to chair CARE in 2015 after our minor setback with Measure K. Ultimately, she and Denise Biddle took us over the finish line to pass Measure S. We were here in 2013 in the cafeteria at El Modena, and then Principal Dustin Saxton made an impassioned plea for getting a bond on the ballot and getting it passed. And what he said, he quoted a Greek proverb, and it said, "A society grows great when old men plant trees whose shade they know they shall never sit in." And that's exactly what so many of you did. And the effort was just amazing. Today is more than just a groundbreaking for a science center. It's a testament to what happens when a community unites behind a mission to improve the lives of others and then brings others along through hard work and persistence. We never gave up. Even after we narrowly lost Measure K, we dusted ourselves off, got up, and kept going. Hundreds of parents, teachers, administrators, grandparents, community members, business leaders, and others eventually came together as an army of volunteers who gave countless thousands of hours and committed their personal and professional resources to help pass Measure S in 2016, and not just by a little bit, by 62.5% of the vote. So many of you are here today that played roles big and small. You became part of the CARE family, and I want everyone who played a part in this, however major or minor, to give yourselves a round of applause for making this happen. Enjoy your morning, and remember that this incredible transformation Elmo's about to receive is a testament to the strength of this community. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Trustee Erickson. We are honored today, joining us today, members of the Orange, Yes. We are joining us today, members of the Orange City Council, all of whom are OUSD graduates. At this time, I would like to introduce Orange High School alumni, our mayor here in the beautiful city of Orange, the Honorable Mark Murphy.
She put a target on me, Orange High School. Is that okay if I'm here? All right, good. I appreciate it. One other thing, too, and if I missed this introduction earlier, I apologize to this individual, but there's somebody else sitting in our midst that contributed a whole lot to Orange and the County of Orange, and that's former Supervisor Bill Campbell right down there as well. If you'd please recognize him, and he continues to contribute each and every day, so thanks for that. I am privileged to be here. I appreciate it, and I bring you greetings on behalf of the illustrious Vanguard family member, and that would be Kim Nichols, who unfortunately had a previously planned vacation getaway with her husband that I understand she got special dispensation from the Vanguard family to go ahead and go. So I want to bring greetings. She asked me to do that today. But it's got to be exciting to have a $72 million project right in our midst, and something that opens up the ability for everyone to continue to get a great education here at Orange Unified. Our council are all OUSD graduates for the first time in a long time, if not history. We should probably check that out, Chip. What do you think? And I'm particularly proud of that, to be honest with you. OUSD continues to improve again, and it's great to see that some of the Bunsen burners that I used when I was in high school way back when are finally being replaced. And that's on the basis of all you that got involved to make sure that OUSD continues to be at the top of the chain when it comes to that. I'm also encouraged to hear about the number of utilities and technology upgrades that's happening. I know all of our schools can always use more in the technology business, and from a guy that's been in that business for a long, long time, it's great to see our students have the best and brightest in that as well. I understand I now have to do a couple of checks with some of the Elmo folks, if you'd indulge me for just a second. I hear that you guys are an honor roll award winner. Is that true? I also hear, how many of you were here in 2017? Okay, I hear best public school in 17. Is that true? And in 2018, oh, by the way, I wanted to acknowledge the intellectually advanced group of folks that are sitting in the shade up there. Just good to see you guys. And I also understand, I want to check this, that in 2018, that El Modena High School is the most spirited school. Is that true? And also I wanted to recognize San Diego Middle School for their great contributions here today as well. So with that, I've learned a long time ago, it's hard to be brief and bad in the same speech. So I just want to say thank you for the opportunity to be here today. Congratulations. Look forward to turning the dirt today, but more importantly, seeing the doors open and a whole generation and multiple generations of students enjoy the benefits of your labor. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mayor Murphy, and we really appreciate your coming here to celebrate this great event for us. As always, we always forget to recognize somebody, and I really want to recognize Dr. John Hernandez, president of San Diego Canyon College. Thank you. We appreciate you being here. You guys are great partners with our school, and you absolutely enhance the education we provide, so thank you for all of your support to our students. Moving forward, in addition to the Measure S projects, our trustees have also dedicated additional resources to this campus for athletic facilities that benefit El Modena High School, the entire district, and the wider community. At this time, I would like to introduce Trustee Rick Ledesma to tell you more about the additional improvements of this campus.
Yeah. Long time ago. Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for coming out tonight. I am also going to say a few words about a couple of things about Mr. John Ortega, who could not make it. He sends his congratulations. He had a scheduling conflict, planned a family outing, family vacation, and it landed on this weekend, unfortunately. I'd like to thank Principal Katavas for hosting us here. Like Trustee Erickson, I too am a graduate of El Modena High School. Class of a long, long time ago. I like Trustee Erickson. I can attest to that not much has changed. About the only thing I can see more of here is probably more gum on the cement, maybe, unfortunately. And I never knew anything about that. Now I know where the rule of no gum on campus came from and why. Your OUSD Board of Trustees has worked hard to be fiscally prudent and make sound investments on behalf of taxpayers and students. That oversight is now paying off so that we can meet the taxpayers' expectations. Very important in the foundation of our bond. For El Modena High School in particular, that commitment will mean an extensive transformation. While we are here to celebrate the Measure S success and Science Center, in the months to come, we will also see the completion and rebuilding of Fred Kelly Stadium, complete with new field, new track, all new home and visitor bleachers, locker rooms, and more. That is something that is just has been needed and necessary for many, many years. And I appreciate that we were able to, from our own funds, from our own general funds, to support that project. Also, the complete rebuilding of the Modena High School Aquatic Center. We will be investing in a new 30-meter pool, ADA compliant pool, pool deck, and locker rooms. That too, something very exciting. Few can argue that it is an exciting time to be an OUSD student. With four schools going under these transformations with the science centers, that is exciting times for students. Many of these facilities will be more than school assets. They will be community assets. Places that bring us together to celebrate and cheer our students, our city, and our country. It is that great pride that we share today with members of our City Council and members of our Orange community. Working together, we are ensuring that students, families, and our community will have spaces to gather for decades to come. The new legacy that we are building here today showcases the power of community when it comes together and fights for its children. As a former Vanguard and member of the Orange Unified School District Board of Education, I thank you for helping us build facilities such as this Science Center for future generations of students to come. I want to, before I conclude here, I know a lot of folks have thanked and recognized Mike Christensen. I have a special relationship with him because he and I both spent a number of years working both towards Measure K and Measure S closely in terms of meetings after meetings after meetings after meetings, discussing and strategizing and working with, and it was amazing to work with Mike. And I know he would never want us to have give him this much recognition, but for me personally, me to Mike, nobody else is here. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Trustee Ledesma. Finally, before we adjourn for the ceremonial turning of the dirt and finding some shade, we have two brief presentations from our local state legislators and their representatives. First, please join me in welcoming State Assembly Member Dr. Stephen Choi, followed by a presentation of a certificate from Scott Voigt representing Orange County Supervisor Don Wagner. Dr. Choi, thank you.
Thank you, Principal. Thank you for the opportunity. Stephen Choi, Assembly Member representing 68th District. I have deep compassion in education. I started my political career as a school board member in the city of Irvine. I didn't have any fortune to graduate from this Modena High School because I came from all the way from South Korea. Maybe I need to send my grandchildren over here. Basically, since sun is rather hot, let me add, I sincerely congratulate for this wonderful groundbreaking ceremony for Science Center. I look forward to coming back when you have the opening ceremony of the Science Center. May I have pleasure of presenting this to you, Modena High School Principal, in recognition of a groundbreaking ceremony, your Science Center. Congratulations. Picture together. All right, thank you.
On behalf of Vanguard Nation, I proudly accept this certificate. I also understand there's some other certificate presentations, so I'm going to come down here so that we can get this recognition that really has taken a community and a village to make this happen. So thank you.
Scott Voigt, and I'm thrilled to be here on behalf of Supervisor Don Wagner, who actually spent 12 years in higher education. He was the president 8 times of South Orange County Community College, so he very much values future growth in the schools. And I want to thank you for all being here. I want to thank the students and the future students, and I want to thank those who are involved with Measure S, because the fact is it took an investment, but it was good choices and a great wisdom to put forth a science building to prepare the students for the future of the 21st century. So I know the days are bright ahead for the students of El Modena, so I want to say, go El Modena Vanguards. God bless you and Godspeed. Congratulations.
And I believe we have one more certificate, so come on up. Do you want to come up to the podium? Or do you want to do it right here?
I do it right here. I used to sit in the bleachers watching my kids play basketball from Villa Park High School. But on behalf of Congresswoman Katie Porter, we are thrilled and delighted that you are opening the Science Center, and I'm thrilled to be here to help turn the dirt. So congratulations.
Thank you so much. We appreciate your being here. Wow, I would stand here and pose, but I don't like pictures. Wow, this is just such a great occasion. Everyone says, wow, you came in at an interesting time with all this construction, et cetera. I say I came in the best time, so it's truly been my honor. Let me get back to my stuff here. So I just want to thank everyone again for joining us. And so we are going to go to the ceremonial turning of the dirt. But before we do that, I want to say that our culinary arts students have provided refreshments in the quad. I would also like to thank the El Modena High School project team of Arcadis, HED, and Cumming, in addition to communications labs for generously underwriting the cost of today's event, including refreshments and a special memento that you can pick up in the quad. I would also like to thank our partners that helped make today a success internally, which would be Santiago Middle School. You guys were amazing, all of you. I mean it when I say our future is bright. You guys have some really big shoes to fill over here, and I am very optimistic and feel really, really good about the future of El Modena after what I've seen here today. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I would also like to thank our district staff and their maintenance crew who worked so tirelessly and diligently to put this event together. And my administrative team, I'm sure they're somewhere around here or probably out there getting everything ready, did an amazing job. So Maureen Eckholt and Susan Hemmons and Carrie Kimes. The Elmo staff, if you are an Elmo staff member, will you please stand and be recognized? You guys work your hearts out for these kids. Most of our students have stepped off to the side because they're going to escort you to the quad, but students, give yourselves a round of applause. You guys are amazing. Our ASB program, and their fearless leader, Miss Lori Rivera, if she's around. She's probably in the quad too. And most especially, which I know that they're probably not here, but I really need to thank the El Modena custodial staff. The amount of work and effort that they put to make this campus clean and take care of these tired, old buildings every day, and I never, ever, ever see anything but a great big smile on their face, and I just really wanted to publicly acknowledge them. So it's evident that they love this school, and I appreciate them. So with that, I would like that you please join the Board of Education for the ceremonial turning of the dirt. So you will exit this way. Our cheer and ASB students are there to escort you. And thank you very much, and have a wonderful rest of your weekend.
I think it means new opportunities for students to kind of experiment and explore with what they want to do and what they're passionate about. It'll also be like a great asset and a big reason why people will start to come here, especially if they're interested in science and engineering.